Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii and welcome to the top 10 best mansions in GTA 5 Online. We're going to be looking at some sick looking pools, hot tubs, mini golf courses, private tennis courts, and much more. You're really going to start wondering why there hasn't been a whole mansions DLC. Like, people are talking about GTA 6, but there's so many properties in game that are super cool that we're not really doing anything with. And before GTA 6 does release, I do think we should make use of these awesome properties. I might sound like a full-on real estate agent in this video, so I do apologize for that, but we're just going to be looking at these awesome looking mansions. Here's today's notification shout out up on the screen. If you want to win one too, make sure you got the bell turned on so you're one of the first to type hashtag HakiiArmy in the comments. And just before we get into the video, if you go on to enjoy, take a second to drop a like on it, that'd be awesome. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and drop a sub, join the Hakiii Army, because you do not want to miss any more videos like these. And why not help us reach 100,000 subs? That'll be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well. Anyway though, let's get straight into it. Now at number 10, we have this awesome looking mansion. You guys can see it's in the middle of absolutely nowhere. That's probably why it's only number 10 on this list. It's not too far away from the army base, so you guys can see it's way on the west side. The location isn't really ideal unless you want to isolate yourself from everybody else pretty much, but the house itself is so sick. I wanted to show you guys this during nighttime just because of the LED lights. You got some blue, you got some red. In the nighttime, this house just lights up completely. The pool looks really cool. You also got some pillars right here which look really unique. You got some grasslands. You got a big balcony on the second floor. You got a seating area on the side right here. This house is super modern looking, and the entrance is one of the best parts about it. Let me just take you through the entrance. So you got these like cool lights on the sides right here. Then you got this driveway. Now you can either go here and you have a sick view of the ocean, and then this is the garage of course, or you can turn left and just look how sick this entrance is. Just look at this door and everything. I didn't think the wooden wall would look so good with the red wall, but it kind of fits actually, and the vertical windows as well. You got some water right here with the plants. You guys can jump from square to square, I guess. I gotta say, one of the best, if not the best looking entrance to a mansion in this entire game. Coming in at number 9, we have Martin Madrazo's mansion, and you guys can see this is a bit more furnished. That's probably because he's an actual contact on our phone, so it's a bit more detailed, this one. You guys can see the couches and the pillows on them, and you guys can see the champagne on the table. There's some speakers, I think, on the floor right here. I'm guessing those are speakers, and there's an entire DJ set as well, which is really cool. You're definitely not going to see that in any other one. There's some grills on the sides right here. There's a laptop. There's an Oppressor Mark II, which is nice. So this mansion comes with an Oppressor Mark II. That's actually sick. No, I'm obviously joking, but there's some tanning beds as well. There's even some stuff on the second floor here. There's a telescope, as you guys can see. There's some shoes on the floor. There's even an exercise bike. It's got one of the better views out of all of these as well. I mean, it's raining right now, but usually when it's sunny, it looks a lot better. Coming in at number 8, we have Michael's house from story mode. This house is actually super sick. There's actually a glitch to get inside it in online if you guys want to check that out. I made a video on it a little bit ago. The driveway is a good size, I'd say. And then go into the back area. There's a little porch right here you can go onto if you guys can see that. There's a nice pool. There's a hot tub as well. Then you got this walkway right here with a water fountain next to it, and it leads to your very own private tennis court. Not every house is gonna have a tennis court, so it's sick to have your own one. The house itself is a good size. It's not the biggest, but honestly that's kind of a good thing that it's not that big, but it's definitely a very good size. Another porch right here on the front as well. Awesome looking area in the back as well. This house is awesome. It's definitely not the most modern one on this list, but I mean that's kind of the style of it. And maybe the biggest thing with this one is the location. The location is probably the best one on this list. I mean, it's super close to the city, as you guys can see, so in terms of location, it's the best out of this entire list. Now the next mansion is going to be a little bit more west. Here it is on the map. This is the exact location, as you guys can see. It's a little bit farther out, but this house is super cool. A big second floor balcony. It looks really unique, and out of this entire list, I gotta say this probably has the best view, one of the best views in the entire game, if not the best one. It's got tons of cool features though. It's got this like vertical pool. It's even got a lawnmower, which I don't think any other house does. Some tanning beds, of course. There's a ton of green area. There's even this little place at the edge right here, which you could just go on here and just look at the beautiful view. As you guys can see, this is a really unique feature. Once again, this view is probably the best one. So it's got the number 1 view. It's got a nice pool. There's this huge couch. There's that huge couch right there. And this almost looks like a sniper tower or something like that. It looks really cool. And the driveway is pretty cool as well. You got a gate, you go around here, and then you got all this space and the water fountain. At number 6, we have this yellow colored mansion. Here's the exact location on the map, as you guys can see. It's a pretty solid location. It's not too far away from the city. The super unique thing about this one is the big size chess table. I don't know if any other house has this. If so, probably very few, but as far as I know, this is the only house that has this. So this is a super super rare feature. And these characters are kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. They could be in a horror movie. They all just start coming at you out of nowhere. Besides the cool chest table, there's this really unique shaped pool as well. You got the tanning beds, of course, and then on this side, you have this awesome looking pond. Not every mansion has this. This one's another really cool feature, and this pond is actually a pretty big size as well. Most mansions' ponds are fairly small, and this one is actually pretty freaking big. The only thing I don't like about this house is the house itself just looks kind of weird. It still is a good size though, and another thing I really like about it is the entrance. The entrance is pretty freaking big. You go through that gate, and then you go into this pretty freaking big space with a tree in the middle, which looks sick. You got a nice 2-car garage. You got some green area on the side right there, and then that's the pond once again. So it does have a good driveway slash overall entrance. At number 5 now, we have a house that's actually right next to or just down the street from the last house. Here it is on the map. This is the exact location. The cool and rare thing about this one is it has a ping pong table, which not a lot of houses do have. This house looks really cool. It's really big, and it even has this like connected outdoor space on the side. It's legit connected to the house, which is pretty cool. And besides the ping pong table, it has another super rare feature, which is actually mini golf. It legit has a mini golf course, which is super cool. I don't know if any other mansion in the game has it. Once again, if there is, that probably very few do, but this is another super rare and unique feature about this house. Of course, it's got a nice pool and hot tub. It's got this walkway leading up to this nice little water fountain slash pond, whatever you want to call it. Now moving on to the front of the house, the driveway is okay. It's not as good as some of the other ones we saw and are gonna see, but the entrance itself to the house is solid. It's got a 2-car garage, which is nice right here, and of course the outdoor space with the ping pong table on the side. So overall, definitely a sick house with some unique features. Now let's move on to the next one. At number 4 now, we have this house that's pretty much in the same area as the last 2 houses. Here's the exact location on the map. The only thing I don't like about this house is like the red touches on it, then some stuff on the window there. That's the only thing. Besides that though, it has tons of cool features like a private tennis court, and I'd say this tennis court is much better than Michael's one because this is actually way more private. Like it's way more closed off, you guys can see, because the private tennis court at Michael's house wasn't that private. I mean, it had like a fence and stuff, and you guys can see this one is much more private. So you have an easy walk into the private tennis court, and then it's got this, of course, awesome looking pool. It's got this side area with another small pool. I'm guessing this is some sort of like kids pool maybe. Then next to the main pool, we have this like little hut thing or whatever you want to call it. It looks awesome. You got like the bridge over the water and stuff, and then you got this big outside space on the top floor. Once again, the red railing though, not a huge fan of that, and another balcony on the other side. Now moving on to the front of the house, you have this awesome looking yin yang design on the front right there. I doubt any other house in the game has this, so this is a super cool and unique feature. And the driveway itself is solid. It's not as good as some of the other ones though. All right, now the next house is gonna be in the hills, and look how beautiful this house is. This is number 3 on the list for a reason. This is, in my opinion, the slickest looking mansion in the entire game. Just everything about it is super slick. You got the walkway in between the hot tub and the pool. You got the wooden floors and the wooden railing, which look really nice on it. Then if you want some grass, you got some grass lane right here with the telescope and some chairs. You got the comfy couches. You got some drinks right here. Just look at the edge of it from this angle. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. You have a huge balcony on the second floor as well, and a really cool entrance with some plants on the sides. Now that's the entrance on foot, obviously, but you got 2 garages right here. This one's definitely a 2-car one. I'm not sure about this one. This one's a little bit smaller, although it might be a 2-car garage as well. Now coming in at number 2 is this huge mansion right here. It's also like in the hills area. Here it is on the map. This is the exact location, and you guys could tell this pool is absolutely gigantic. This pool is one of the biggest in the game. You also got the hot tub right there, which is a regular size, but still definitely very nice. Now the driveway is also very big, you guys can see. I know a lot of people do car meets in here just because there's tons of space for cars. Besides the huge pool, obviously, if it's gonna be on number 2, it's gonna have to have a private tennis court. Although if the ball flies off here, I mean, it's pretty much done. It's going in the water. But hopefully these multi-millionaires, if not billionaires, get good enough at tennis to not hit it over. But besides that, you also have this like closed off space right here, which is really cool. We got some beach balls stored in here and some other stuff for the pool. We got some couches with some drinks on it. We even have dumbbells right here and an exercise bike. Definitely worthy of number 2 on this list. Now let's get on to the ultimate number 1 mansion. Now coming in at number 1 is obviously the most over the top and extreme mansion. I mean, this literally has everything. Here's where it's located on the map. This is the exact location, and let me show you guys some of the crazy features. Now let's start all the way over here. It has this awesome pond. This is a solid sized pond. You obviously have tons of grass area as well. You even have a bar right here, which none of the other houses have. You have a full-on bar area, which is really cool. And then you got this super unique pool right here. It's got like rocks, and there's a tunnel right there as as well. You could legit go inside it, and there's actually a figure right here. Let me collect that real quick. So this would be the hot tub, of course, and this is a very good sized hot tub. Like, this is probably the biggest hot tub out of all of them. So you got the biggest hot tub, you have this awesome looking tunnel, super unique looking pool. I like it a lot. You got tons of space, as I already said. You got the stairs leading up to the house itself, and look how ridiculously big this house is. Like, it is gigantic, by far the biggest mansion in the game, and probably the best one. In this case, the biggest is actually the best. Now, this is the driveway leading up to the house. You have tons of space. I know a lot of people do car meets here as well. You got tons of garages, and if we go over the garages, of course, if it's gonna be number one, it's gonna have to have a private tennis court. Now, this is still the driveway right here. Let me actually show you guys. So this is like the entrance right here, and then the driveway goes all the way here. You got this huge space, and then it actually goes through the house basically, and then you got this whole roundabout right here. Just a ridiculously big driveway with this water fountain in the middle, and then you got this random green space right here, which, I mean, I'm not really sure what the point of this is, but as I said, this is as over the top as it gets, really. Tons of space. You got people working as well to keep the place looking good, and this is actually like the second driveway, you could say. So this is like a second entrance basically. It goes all the way around like that, and then connects with the water fountain as well. So this is the number one mansion in GTA 5 Online, no debate really. That's just as over the top as it gets with mansions in GTA 5 Online, and there's a lot of good ones, honestly. Let me know which mansion was your favorite down below in the comments, which one you would actually live in, because I don't know if I'd actually live in this one, just because it might even be a little bit too big. But I hope you all did go on to enjoy this video. If you did, take a second to drop a like on it, subscribe if you guys are new, turn on the notification bell as well. Anyway though, this has been Hakiii. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.